Hey, welcome to HulseStrength.com. I'm Elliott Hulse, and today I made this short video to teach you a little bit more about what the Tribe of Strength and Wisdom is all about. So, if you've been navigating this site for a little while, you've recognized that there's a mix of personal development and fitness. And really, in my opinion, the two are one. Essentially, your inner life and your outer life are combined to create the best or strongest version of you. Now, within your inner and outer life, there are multiple areas that need to be strengthened to create a fully self-actualized person so that you can be well on your way to creating a magnificent life and leaving a strong legacy. And we're going to be talking a lot more about that stuff, so hang on there, hang on. Now, I've drawn this quick diagram for you with this really strong dude here in the middle, and it says this is the strongest version of you. And the way we're going to make this happen, and the content that we provide on this website through my through the articles and through the products and through the videos, is designed to strengthen one and all of these 6 areas that you see emanating from this really strong dude. So what I'm going to do is very quickly give you a rundown of these 6 strength and wisdom principles, a little bit about each one of them, and how you can maximize your strength in each one. In later modules, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into greater detail about each one of these principles and show you exactly how we develop them and how ultimately we create the strongest version of you. So, really quickly, the very first one is strong character. And your character is essentially the living manifestation of all of your thoughts and behaviors and habits. They're the choices that you make, and the way you treat other people, and the way other people think about you based on your integrity. And character is really the glue that holds together all of the other principles. Because out of your character, you'll make strong choices about each one of the other principles. The second one here, or I say second, but they're really in no order. They're all of equal value. But the next one is strong heart. Now, I don't necessarily mean a strong heart like you're falling in love all the time. What I mean is a strong internal health. Essentially, your organs, your heart, your liver, most importantly, and well, very important, your digestive system, because really we're just walking digestive systems looking for healthy food to eat. And the way we keep and the reason why our internal health is so strong is because in order for us to bring forth the service that we need to provide in the world, which is one of the principles, in order for our character to really be built, in order for us to meet the challenges that build a stronger version of you, you've got to be healthy. And that's health within. So there's definitely been a separation in our culture between fitness and health. And what I'm showing you here is that they're actually just different parts of the same wholeness that we're trying to create for our members. The next one you have here is strong hands. And the reason why I say hands is, number one, because it's an external representation of your strength. I mean, a strong man has a strong hand, and he's going to shake you with a strong fist, and essentially these are the tools that we build our life with. So what I'm describing here with strong hands is your physical strength. Now, it's not good enough to be a nice person and have good internal health, which they kind of go hand in hand, but you've also got to be functional and able. You've got to be able to be able to perform activities in your daily life. If you can barely walk upstairs without getting out of breath, if you don't have enough strength to climb a ladder to change a light bulb, then you're really no good to anyone, especially to yourself, and you incapacitate yourself and never have the potential to build the strongest version of yourself. And that's the fitness component, and that's why we talk so much about strength training on this blog, building your physical strength through barbell training, kettlebell training, and strongman training, which are the preferred choices of hybrid strength and conditioning that we use to build strong hands. Now down here you have strong service, and this is this is basically where you take everything that you are and you bring it to the world. And I have a very strong opinion about strong service because I feel like most of us spend our lives performing activities and rendering services that are totally malaligned with our reality. So for example, I often use nature as an example, but if a bird decided, like, you know, those dogs got great stability, they're always on 4 feet, and it seems like humans are always giving them food, so they probably have everything that's needed for them. They wear these nice collars. It's probably a good gig to be a dog. And that bird decides that, well, you know, I'm going to fly down from this perch and I'm going to proceed as a dog, and I'm going to try to bark, and I'm going to do the things that dogs do so that I can have the stability that a dog has. Now, as ridiculous as that sounds, it's very similar to when we have gifts and talents and passions and abilities that we're supposed to be providing to the world, like that bird should be singing beautiful songs and doing its bird thing. But instead, because of what looks like greener grass on the other side and what society has conditioned us to believe about stability, we go ahead and do things that are completely outside the realm of our true potential and nature. Now also, with regard to strong service, is if we are not fulfilling our passions through the services and doing the things that were the seeds that have been planted in our heart, we're not only doing ourselves a disservice, but we're rendering a disservice to those who would really benefit from your true gifts and talents. Things like, and they don't have to be extraordinary, but things like if you were meant to be a piano player and, you know, you love the piano, it comes through your fingers like nothing else, but your dad told you should be an accountant because accountants make good money. So you put your love and passion for playing the piano away, and now you crunch numbers. Well, what about all the thousands of people that you may have affected in a positive way that you left hanging because you never pursued your passion of piano playing? So we're going to talk a lot about that later on. Anyway, the next one here is strong tribe. I'm going to try to stay in the camera. Your strong tribe. Now, your tribe are the people that you are actually serving, starting with the closest individuals to you, which is your blood tribe. And the reason why I call it your blood tribe is because it's your family. The people who are in your home, the people who have come from you, your children, and the people who you've made commitments to, your husband or your wife. And what we want to do is we want to be able to build our character to such a degree that we're constantly in service and building the strength and supporting the people that are closest to us. We also have what I called a walking tribe, and your walking tribe is basically the people who you serve through your strong service, or those that you see in your daily life walking, co-workers or the guy at the bagel store. These are people who you'll ultimately come in contact with, and you'll be able to serve because they're a part of your tribe. And I talk a lot about this, and we'll talk more about it again in the future. Strong faith. Now, this is where we have a deep conviction in our legacy. We have a deep conviction that we are not just this flesh and body meat suit walking around, but that we're a part of a bigger, greater purpose for mankind. And our faith in a higher purpose and in a higher power, whether you call it God or Allah or the universe, really doesn't matter to me. The idea is that we are designed to be a part of this ever-evolving creation. And our relationship with God allows us to continue to receive the support that we need to be the greatest versions of ourselves, and also keeps us humble and reminds us that it's not all about me, and that I'm constantly being served by a greater power so that I can be the strongest version of myself and help those around me in my tribe. So there you have it, a quick introduction to each one of these, and like I said, in later videos I'm going to give you more in-depth information about each one of these and how you can strengthen your life, become the strongest version of you by strengthening each one of these principles. See you next time.